Space! Despite being on this planet for thousands and thousands of years, we don't really know what's out there. One popular idea is that there are hordes of alien assholes who would like nothing better than to blow your shit away. But since realistically in the world of the alien apocalypse, I'd be this guy. Okay. If science has taught me anything, if I just stick to the water, I should be fine. No! No! What are you doing? It's nice to know instead of going your Call of Duty Warfare 12 Saga simulator, you can just sit perfectly safe in your bunker and never be harmed. Well, you know, minus the massive heartbreak of watching your men die. And die again. And continue to die. And man, that load button is looking better every day. So Xcom is a strategy game, and like other strategy games, it fell into a familiar form with me. Oh, this is pretty cool. Not really sure what I'm doing. Whatever, I'll figure it out. Why am I getting my ass kicked? Oh ho ho, look who's coming back. Look who's coming. Oh, and I died again. Ugh, I have officially gotten the hang of this. And it only took 11 hours. You guys feel that? That is a feeling of losing all sense of accomplishment. So anyway, I dumped a good amount of hours into this game. And whenever that happens, you just have to look back and ask, was it worth it? And hold on, let me check here. Hell yes, it was worth it. I love refreshing strategy games, and since I'm limited to consoles, I don't really get that many. And XCOM proves that you can play badass strategy games right there on your couch. Or, you know, your PC, if you got one. I don't. That's why I played it on the Xbox. Because it was cheap. And I'm cheap like that. Carrying on! XCOM is divided into two sections. Part 1 is where you sit in your little ant farm bunker, making strategies, getting the scientists to make the latest scientific discoveries.
Although I'm sure you can make the connection yourself, we've designated this particular specimen as a floater.
Yeah, science is pretty fucked up. Or you could check out the workshop where you get to make badass guns, ships, more guns, facilities, and fuck all, give me those big ass guns. All while the mysterious council is breathing down your neck. And I've gotta say, if I've ever been intimidated by the very same people whose ass I'm saving, it'd probably be them.
Farewell, Commander. We know you will not disappoint us.
Then there's the second half of the game where you get to take to the field. Out here you'll be missing your targets. Missing them from far away. Missing them from up close. Damn it. Missing them some more. Watch as they shoot you from impossible distances. And fuck you if you thought you were going to hit them just once in your life. And that's it. Joking aside, this game actually was really fun. Unfortunately, I've become the sort of gamer that goes to the low difficulty just so I can see the narrative and just so I can get through the game as quickly as possible. But I like it when a game just says, oh, no, fuck you, slaps me across the face, and gives me a challenge on the low difficulty. Thumbs up to XCOM for insulting and slapping me, right? They should just put that on the box art. It'll insult you, it'll slap you. XCOM, in stores now. This is one of those games I can just see myself coming back to every now and then, and slowly going to a harder difficulty. On games like Civilization Revolution, I did that until I mastered the hardest difficulty. Although, I don't know if I'll be able to get to impossible difficulty on this one. Oh god, that's just scary. No, I'll stay safe in my bunker where I'll never be harmed. Another good point to this game is it's so simulated, and yet I still feel like I've had my own unique playthrough, and I still on top of that have gone through a strong narrative. I cared about my soldiers. I love giving them personality, beefing them up as strong as they could be. And yes, I cared when they died. No, Not ass juice. You were my favorite. I'm just now finishing the game and I'm already reminiscing and all the memories when ass juice died, when the asshole aliens just wouldn't let up, when one of my characters would just go crazy and shoot everyone because that was so much fun. And underneath all of that is an actually really fun and unique game. I can already see myself coming back and playing on harder and harder difficulties. Until I get my ass kicked and I either load every 5 seconds, or I lower the difficulty like the bitch I am. Xcom gets a solid 8 out of 10, and the sole badge of approval. Please stick around after the credits to have a spoilerific talk with me, and with that being said, please subscribe, have a wonderful day, and with that, I leave you. Spoilers! You see that? That was me saying spoilers. So, if you haven't played XCOM, get out. I've said enough now. Go. Go on. Shoo.
Hi everyone, yeah, I'm the guy who saved the world. That was me. Hey Egypt, you cut my funding a while back. Argentina, you son of a bitch, you cut my funding too. It's whatever. We're all good now. Happy times. Happy times. Hi, welcome to the spoilerific section of the review where we talk about spoilerific things and events and stuff like that. Before we begin, I just want to stress hey, this is a strategy game and most strategy games won't even have enough to qualify a spoiler talk on terms of story and characters and blah blah blah. So props to XCOM on that. I'd sort of just like to begin by talking about my own playthrough, in which case I kind of went through 2 playthroughs because the first one... spoilers. A lot of people died! Basically, in my first playthrough, I mentioned this in the review, I went through it, I didn't really know how to play, so I just kind of was I'll learn as I go. But the thing about XCOM is, your decisions early on really affect the game throughout. So yeah, all my soldiers kept dying. Except for one. I remember her name. She had the voice of Ashley Williams from Mass Effect. Her name was Rhino. I didn't pick the name. The game picked some names. I didn't feel like naming her. Whatever. And basically she was just taking out enemies left and right, and all my other dudes were dying, but she was such a badass. She saved some people. They eventually died. It's no big deal. We stopped mourning them once we were done playing. Sad fate. But then I got stuck on a mission about 2/3 of the way through. The aliens kept abducting Rhino's mind. I just didn't like it. So I was hey, I know how to play now. Let's restart. Early on in the game, I didn't even know how to sell my stuff. I was broke. People were dying. It was not good. Countries were leaving me. Fuck you, Egypt. Fuck you, Argentina. I remember you. Don't think I don't. I remember you, Egypt and Argentina. Turning your back on me. Cutting my funding. Not cool. But in my second playthrough, I kind of breezed through. I was getting better. Some countries backed out. It's no big deal. Some people died. We're not going to remember that. I still saved the world. And let's talk on terms of story for a minute. The Council. Am I the only one that thought they were scary? Any dude that, lurks in the shadows, is that not the clear sign that they're a bad guy? I don't know. And if you look, the ending, you can die in the game. You can just lose after all your hard work. If you look, the Council is being, controlled by the bad guys. My theory is they were always controlling him. Fuck the Council. And let's talk about the aliens. Their motive, it didn't make much sense, let's be honest. Not that it had to make a whole lot of sense, it just kinda didn't. They were kinda leading up to it. It's a strategy game. It's not all about the story, let's be honest, but you know what? Let's land on this planet. Let's take out all these guys. We'll make them stronger so they develop mental powers, and then we'll take that power from them once they are strong enough to kill us. Yes, we are the super geniuses of tomorrow. I assume all aliens talk like that. Like that was the best I could do for an alien voice. Yeah. And let's talk about my favorite part of the story. Like the ending. I had this one badass soldier. I don't know why I gave him mutton chops. His hair was white again. I don't know why. He looked badass. Okay, that's all that matters. He was badass. And he got psychic powers. He was destroying shit. Oh my god, it was amazing. And then he died. Why do all my soldiers have to die? Like, no. Why? He was cool. He had badass mutton chops. Just let me keep him. Other than that, not a whole lot to talk about. Again, strategy game. Not a whole lot to talk about in terms of story. But if I can just say one thing, this game is about creating your own story within the bounds of another story. If that makes sense. I recommend you should play it. I loved it. I love strategy games. What can I say? It's cheap now. Go out and buy it. Please, it's badass. Just do it. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. Have a wonderful day. Please subscribe at the button below. Fuck you, Argentina. Fuck you, Egypt. Play XCOM. Save the world from aliens. It's fun. Go.